All right, guys, so the breakdown of short form 1, aka 4 shields, is essentially this. We're practicing our stances and our blocks. So if you were going to display this for a tournament purpose or just learning it to try to clean up your footwork, we want to make sure that the blocks are clean. Oftentimes I'll see people doing inward blocks very, very low and not covering the face. Same goes with the other 3 blocks that are in the set. And if you're not really getting back to the start of the position, that may mean that one of your stances that you're stepping into might be a little bit longer or wider than you're doing it on the other side. So just to try to put those things together so that you can have the best success rate at trying to get back to the center and really working on your clean blocks and stances for this set. So 4 shields is named 4 shields because there's 4 directions, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 6, that we end up doing 4 different types of blocks to, hence 4 shields. So when we start facing 12 o'clock first, we step up with our left foot to start doing the salutation. Right hand makes a fist, left hand covers. The elbow should be down, and this position should be just below the chin as we're holding that. And as that concludes, I want to try to have my inward block step back and complete at the same time. So make sure that you're covering the face, make sure it's not down too low. Then my right foot is going to do the crescent step, and I'm blocking. So that concludes the 12 o'clock portion of 4 shields. When we end up doing the next section of our vertical outward blocks, this is something that sometimes people get a little bit messed up because we actually step back into a fighting stance rather than forward. So it can be a little bit tricky to get, but I'll show you a trick on how to get that. So if we're in an attention stance like this, we start our salutation. I do my first section, inward block, inward block. Now, if you think about our next step like a crescent step, I'm going to adjust my left foot to end up facing 9 o'clock first. I'm going to crescent step up and back into a right side fighting stance. The reason why it gets a little bit tricky is oftentimes in katas we're stepping forward, so I see sometimes people will make that adjustment and then step in, which will put them into an incorrect fighting stance for the kata. So once again, I'm in an attention stance, left foot out, right, left. Stepping back with my left foot in a crescent, inward block as I complete the fighting stance. Inward block. Adjust the left foot, crescent step forward, and then back to conclude the check, which is another inward block. Vertical outward with the left. I come into a cat stance as I check with an inward block again, and pause just for a moment when you're demonstrating this. The right hand is in chamber. I come back, vertical outward on the opposite side. Now the next transition, I'm facing 9 o'clock, my left leg is back, so I'm in a left side fighting stance. I adjust the left foot, and I literally slide the right foot straight across. So I'm not taking space or giving it away, just moving it straight across, so that as I pivot with my right inward block as a check, I'm in a right side fighting stance facing 3 o'clock now. So I check, do my first rising, left foot comes back to a check, do my second rising block, finishing or completing facing 3 o'clock in a left side fighting stance. From here, I'm going to need to rotate to face 6 o'clock in a left side fighting stance. My right hand was up, completing my last rising block for the last section, or excuse me, the last section before our downward blocks. So I call that the 75% portion. I'm going to adjust my right foot. My left foot does that same crescent step back. I'm in a left side fighting stance about to turn to 6 o'clock. As that happens, 1, my left hand does the check and downward block, check and downward block. I'll do that facing the front here just so that you guys can see. So I'm in a left side fighting stance. My right hand was in a rising block. I'd end up turning to face 6 o'clock to complete the kata. My left hand would come across with a reverse hammer fist block, 1, and my right hand drops down. As I come back, I check with the right hand, 1 and 2. Now to conclude the kata, when I'm facing 6 o'clock, I'll start at the end of the rising blocks that were to 3 o'clock. So I'm here, I adjust my right foot, I'm stepping back with the left foot, left side fighting stance facing 6 o'clock. I check with the left hand, bring the right hand down for our first downward block. Now my right has to do the check, check, left hand does the downward block. Now from here, I'm going to adjust my right foot to face 12 o'clock again, coming into my square horse stance. My right hand makes the fist, left hand covers. I'm in a square horse. My left foot draws in to attention stance, and we complete the salutation. So it's called 4 shields because we do 4 blocks to 4 different directions on the clock. 12 o'clock is our inward blocks. Then to 9 o'clock we do our vertical outwards. To 3 o'clock we do our rising blocks. And to 6 o'clock we do our downward blocks. Rotating from 6, coming back to 12 to complete the kata. Salutation to close. If you like this content, please subscribe or hit the like button and leave a comment below if there's anything that we could do better. Thanks.